Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Now, I'm filming this in February and it is a rather chilly time of the year in the UK, and just recently I decided I'd had enough. It was my birthday just very recently and myself and my young family decided to take a holiday. We were intending to go off to the United Arab Emirates for a bit of winter sun and a bit of luxury at the beach, and I have to tell you it was a wonderful holiday. But by quirk of good fortune, almost immediately before I went on holiday, I was contacted by a company which I have had some collaboration with before, Carl Friedrik, in respect to trying a piece of their travel luggage. A review, if you will, with the opportunity to make a showcase about the product when I've given it a thorough testing. So, this Carl Friedrik Carry-on Pro came with me just recently, all the way to the United Arab Emirates, 3,500 miles away, and I put it to the test. But first of all, let me tell you a little bit about the brand, because I've actually been a user of Carl Friedrik products for a couple of years now. Carl Friedrik themselves they've been in existence for over a decade, and they are a London-based company which has a distinctly Scandinavian ethos of practicality and minimalism in their style, and that's something which chimes very readily with me. I love things which are elegant, seamless and as clean and as practical as possible. Very much the Scandinavian, ideology to design and manufacturing of things. Now, over the years, I've owned a Carl Friedrik wallet, which I absolutely adore, use it every day. I've got a Carl Friedrik Policy briefcase, which always brings a lovely element of class when you're going to a meeting or you just want to turn up the style volume on any outfit that you're wearing with your accessories. And I've also got one of their Policy weekend bags, which is incredibly cool, stylish, practical, and like the other items I just mentioned, all made from amazingly high quality vegetable tanned leather. However, this is a different sort of venture for me with Carl Friedrik. I've always gone down the path of their leather products, but on this occasion I decided to try something slightly different. Now, this is the Carl Friedrik Carry-on Pro, and it's basically a fantastic piece of cabin luggage, which is ideal for those occasions where you're traveling, maybe for a long weekend, maybe as I did actually for 9 days overseas, but I was going to be traveling very light. Right? I was going to a hot climate. I didn't need to take reams and reams of clothes. There was no formality. So I was able to get away with an entire sort of 9 days worth of kit just inside the Carry-on Pro. And let me tell you just some of the attributes which I really came to enjoy and rely upon with the Carry-on Pro. Now, the first thing I would say, it has a very easily accessible front panel here, which allows ready access if you want to carry, your travel documents in here, maybe a laptop, maybe an iPad, a book, pens. There's various little compartments inside here with little sort of safety flaps to keep your laptop in place. It's ideal if you don't want to be opening your bag, in the airport or in transit. It's just nice to have that zip-up capacity there, which allows you just to get the job done, get wherever you need out and sort it. What else? Well, with any sort of piece of luggage these days, an absolute necessity is the spinning wheels. And this model is fitted with 360-degree rotational spinning wheels, which are sort of silent run. I believe they're graded as very high quality, and they've worked exceptionally well for me. Never had any issues, nice and easy to operate. The hard shell of the case that you see is rugged. It's made of some sort of nylon construction and it's quite solid. You know that inside your kit is firmly protected. And I believe there's an aluminium frame which provides the solidity of the manufacture of this briefcase, of this piece of travel luggage, which is very robust, to be fair. Now, your kit is actually secured in one of the things which I really liked about this case, and that was 2 high quality combination locks. Easy to set, easy to operate. I say I like the combination locks because typically with a piece of cabin luggage, you're going to have, you know, a zip which goes a sort of 180 degrees around the bag. It's a pain in the neck to open it, and it doesn't offer any great level of protection from theft or anything like that from the items within. But these easy to operate sort of clasps make opening and closing the bag much more comfortable and readily accessible. Now inside the bag, it's a typical, you know, bag. However, it does benefit from some straps which allow you to get some compression on the items inside. So there's a compression panel. You place your items underneath, you would zip it in and then, or clip it in, and then you use the webbing to just get the necessary compression there, pushes everything down, keeps everything nice and comfortable. There's a few other small compartments in here if you want to keep some small items, cufflinks, ties, whatever. Very, very easy to use bag this, and I have found it to be very, very pleasant to carry. It's said to be entirely compliant with most global regulations relating to cabin luggage. You might want to check that. I mean, it does seem quite a large bag, but I know a lot of the budget airlines these days are reducing the size of their allowable cabin luggage. But from my experience, I didn't actually use this as cabin luggage because I was flying long haul and I was provided with you know, an allowance of hold luggage for no cost. I decided to check it into the hold to give the bag a real test of putting it through the whole system, really, so that it was going to go through the baggage handlers, it was going to go into the hold, it was going to go on the carousel, and I did that on both parts of my journey, which was quite an interesting journey for me, actually. So I departed from London Heathrow, took the bag with me up in the car, and you know, easy operating it through the departure lounge. You know, what can you say? It's a piece of cabin luggage. Checked it into the hold at Heathrow, so obviously it went through the rigours of baggage handling, came out the other end in Dubai, and yet still looking absolutely perfect on the carousel. Went to my initial destination, which was one of the lesser known Emirates of the UAE called Ras Al Khaimah, and we were there for about 5 days, had a bit of a family holiday in a resort hotel. Used the bag daily because I'm one of those guys, if I'm only staying somewhere for a short number of days, I don't unpack. All right, I'm a bit of a slob. I actually lived out of this bag, and having these clasps on the front which allows easy access, and you know, that front zipped panel for the items you don't want to you know, leave lying around, I found it very practical in use. Then we piled into a taxi and we went back to Dubai, where we stayed in another hotel for a few days. And again, I used the bag as my wardrobe, in effect. Very able performer. Then it was back to Dubai airport, back into the hold luggage, and back to Heathrow. And I have to say, it came through that process with not a mark on it. I felt really comfortable and reassured that that strong aluminium frame coupled with that hard shell really worked a treat for me. No issues at all. I was absolutely delighted with the performance of the bag. One of the things I really like about it, you will notice that some of the elements of the bag have little aesthetic touches here. There's a little piece of leather, as you can see, on the handles, on the side and on the top, and a little slither of it across the front there. And the thing I like about that is my other pieces from Carl Friedrik I have in the same cognac coloured leather. So when they're all together, there is that common thread. You can tell that you've taken time in investing in a good quality piece of kit. And it is quite an investment. Now, like anything which is of good quality, this good polycarbonate suitcase, you know, it's well built, it's well manufactured, of high quality components. It's not going to be cheap. And this particular suitcase was 425 British pounds, which is towards the high end of what I would expect to pay for a piece of cabin luggage. However, when taken into account, as I said, it's made of high quality components, it looks good, it adds to your own aesthetic when you're traveling, and it performs admirably in the situations as I've described. I think it's a price that I would be actually prepared to pay for this product. So my experience has been an entirely positive one. As I have just come back from 9 days traveling around the Middle East using this case, I have really put it to the test. And I should tell you, this isn't a paid product placement. I do not accept funding to talk about products on the channel. Everything is entirely genuine and authentic. Yes, I was provided this product at no personal cost to trial it and to give it a review, but I am under no compulsion to say positive things about this product. I am saying positive things about it because I have found it to be an entirely capable and justifiable piece of kit that I am delighted to add to my luggage collection. So there we go. I hope you have found that somewhat useful. If you are thinking about going on a trip or on holiday and you perhaps want to upgrade your luggage to something which is aesthetically beautiful, exceptionally well made, but also classically elegant as well. So if you have enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Click that red button if you'd like to subscribe. There are also ways that you can support the channel by buying me a coffee or joining our Patreon site in the show notes down below. So until the next time, when you go on holiday, make sure you're carrying your kit in the best possible way. And until then, take care, and I will see you again very soon.